Hey guys, how's it going? So I came across a really, it's very cold, so I'm all completely rugged up and I have my hat and all on. So, so I'm all a bit furry today. Still wearing my rubbers though. Can't live life without shiny. Because you gotta be shiny. Anyways, a new term that I came across that I was curious about. I was listening to Zach King talk about his life, his new direction, the fact that he's getting in touch back with his faith. Because I did also notice that a lot of his more recent YouTube started getting a lot more conservative than he otherwise was. So he was a lefty. He's gone a bit more centrist and conservative in a ways because he got red pilled, so to speak. He's saying that he's not going completely black pilled, and that got me curious about what the hell black pilled was. And then he's spending more time with his faith and his job and all that sort of stuff. I did notice that some of his videos were getting a bit more conservative and ranty, but it's also good to have that different point of view and say, okay, well, this guy used to be a progressive on the left, and now he's gone a bit more to the centre, and it's just interesting seeing people's journeys. However, black pilled was interesting. I had to Google it or DuckDuckGo it and just have a look to see what it was. And black pill is like someone who's been red pilled, but more to the extreme of saying that it's there's a point where it can get into conspiracy theories of like it's a worldwide conspiracy that women control everything. There's no point in doing anything at all, and it's very and one person pointed out that it is a very nihilistic point of view, where there's no point in doing anything. And one guy mentioned the fact that he's had his dad who actually worked all his life, worked hard, worked till he was dropped dropped dead almost every night. Not literally, of course, but figuratively. He was so exhausted, and he died. And even though he was dying, he didn't do anything to help himself. And now and just before he died, he confessed to his son that life wasn't worth it. He's going to die, but he's not going to be able to live the life that he would have wanted. His wife is going to do that, and she's going to sell up all of his assets and basically live the life that he wanted to live. So that's a real depressing thought. So the black pill apparently goes into the dark, depressive stage of someone who's been totally, I guess, overwhelmed and abused by a system. They have been red pilled, and they believe that basically everything's against men in general. And to some certain extent that this is true biologically. A lot of men have been made to be disposable and have been thought to be disposable. After all, the movements are, a lot of people believe that the world would be better if we just got rid of all men. I'm going, well, that's silly, because then the human race would die out. Men are needed to a certain extent. I mean, there's plenty of books out there, science fiction or otherwise. Maybe they're just all science fiction, that talk about separations of genders, how some are more evolved than others, different ways that they deal with it, different societies, observations, and all that. Very interesting to read sci-fi and fantasy and think about what story they're trying to tell, what possibilities there are there. And while some things you think are barbaric, there's quite a few people or quite a few things that other people would find out, what we think is the height of civilization is quite barbaric, in fact, and it all has to do with context. So, having researched a little bit about black pill, I might have another look into it. I won't do a deep dive into it because, time and space and everything, headspace, got things to do, cat things to do, shiny things to look at and destroy. No, not going to destroy the shiny. I love my shiny. Black pilling. And I think it comes around from these guys. They didn't really have a purpose in life, or the purpose that they thought they had in life turned out to be a delusion. And it comes back to this guy, I think he's from Norway or Sweden, and he talks about men having to be their own man, having their own purpose, to be themselves, and to not completely not to worry about even what their friends say to a certain extent, because they've got to be comfortable and right in and of themselves. And that's true not just of men, but of women as well, anyone in between, everyone in general. That you need to be your own person and complete within yourself, because even though some people can, I guess the phrase is, complete other people, you need to be able to hold your own, because when push comes to shove, and I'm not saying that you're going to be on your own, but your partners might have problems or troubles or have difficulties for which you're going to have to stand up and go, you know what, I'm going to have to hold this for you, I'm going to support you through this. And it's a bit difficult to do that when you're not your own person and you don't know what you're about, you're not sure of yourself. So that's something to think on, I guess, for was a hump day Wednesday. Wow, that's kind of serious. Anyways, I'll see you guys later, and I hope you have fun. I'll see if I can put the links to what I've researched about black pill and that the funny Norwegian, I think it's Norwegian dude or Finnish dude. Anyway, I'll put some links in below. Okay, bye.